What is up, everybody? I am Get Flanked, and today I have a guide for the extortion task in Escape from Tarkov. This one can be a little bit tricky early on. There's a couple different things you have to do. I'm going to go through everything step by step today in this video. I'm in a custom game, so there's no enemies. I'll be able to get straight to the point here and give you a few tips as we go along. All right, so let's jump straight into it right now. And first of all, let's pull up the map and figure out exactly where we are. If you're new, this can be one of the more difficult parts, is just figuring out where you're at on the map. So you can see right here, I'm next to what is called Big Red. So we'll go ahead and pull up the map now. And on the map here, you can see this is Big Red. So I'm standing in this parking lot right here, okay? Where I need to go first is over here to pick up the key. This is where the dead messenger is. This is where you pick up a key. And then we go over here to the cabin to unlock it and pick it up and extract, okay? So a couple big things while we're still looking at this map. This is an ideal spawn because only one key spawns per raid, okay? Every single raid, the dead scav or the messenger's here and there's one key on them. If you don't spawn close at this point in the wipe, somebody else is going to grab that key before you get there, and you're not going to have the key to the building. So the fact that I spawn right here and can just go across the river is ideal. Another part of this spawn that's ideal is that my extracts are over here, and this is really important because once you open this building and grab it, if you don't extract, you have to start over. It's a one-time use key. That means you have to get the key again, and you lose the item that's in your inventory because you died. So you don't want to grab the item and then have to come all the way over here to extract. Spawning, in here, being able to pick up the key, being able to go to the cabin, and then extracting over here in either 12 or 11 is ideal, and that's what I have right now with this setup. Okay, so let's go ahead and head over and pick up this key. And there's a couple different ways that you can get across the river. If we're going for this key, the fastest way is probably this crossing right here, because the dead messenger's body is directly in front of us here. So if you take a painkiller before crossing, it can be a good idea. You don't want to get your legs blacked out while trying to cross and unable to run. Usually I'll sprint to this point right here and then kind of rest behind this cover, get my stamina back, and then walk up the rest of the hill if I don't hear anything. Obviously, if somebody's shooting at me, I'm not going to walk up this hill. Once you get here, there can be some scavs that spawn here. There's also PMC spawns right here. So definitely a high traffic area right here, especially whenever everybody's trying to get this key and do this task. All right. So right here is the dead messenger's body. You can see him laying right there. Go up. Right here's the key. So you're gonna want to put that in your secure container. All right, so that's in the secure container. It's a one-time use key, but you don't have to do it in the same raid. Okay, so if you spawn somewhere else on the map and you get here and you get the key and you don't feel like it's safe to go back to the cabin, which is over here, and complete the task, you can extract with the key, come back another day. You just keep it in your secure container, wait until you get a good spawn and do it. Okay, what you don't want to do is open the building and grab it and then die. Okay, so if you felt like there's a lot of traffic between you here and where we're going to the cabin, then maybe you could wait until the end of the raid and try and cross then, because this area right here, which is the most direct way to the cabin, is if you've ever crossed this before, you know how frustrating it can be. You've got fortress over here where there can be scavs up on these machine guns, or players for that matter. There's people in crack house. That's a good loot area. It doesn't feel great to cross here, but as long as you have the key in your secure container at this point, there's no real risk as far as having to start over with the task. You've still made progress at this point. All right, so we're heading to the cabin now. And once you cross these train tracks, start to feel a little bit safer. Make sure you don't go too far there. That's you'll die to a sniper out there. That's what that sign means. You can't go any further that way. It's out of bounds. All right, so now we're at Old Gas. And you can either choose to go in right there, or you can come this way. I generally think it's safer to come this way and jump over the fence. Actually, now that you can mantle, I wonder if the mantle works right here. Oh yeah, it does. Nice. That's a lot nicer than having to jump over. All right, so now we're across, and the cabin's just on the other side of this building. Okay. So you can go through this building and out on this side and around. Oh, I'm sorry, it's right here. It's not on the other side, it's just right here. Again, pretty dangerous area. Big open kind of lumber yard or construction yard here. Sniper scavs on these buildings, but this is the building we need to go to. Use the key to unlock it. Come in, and it's in this pile of clothing right here. Okay, see that? All right, so now we have it in our inventory, and we need to extract. If we die now, we have to start over. We've already used the key. As you can see, the key is no longer in our inventory. We've already used the key. We have the item in our inventory, so we need to extract. I want to show you one thing in case you do this. My extractions are both this direction, and that's again ideal. But in the event that you do this and you need to go this way for some reason, you can jump over right here. If you have the key, you can go through here, of course, but generally you're not going to have that. It's called the factory key. You can go through there. It's a 2-time use, but you can also jump right here. But just make sure that you have something with you to heal broken legs, because when you jump over, it's a little bit tricky and you can break your legs when you drop down the other side. Okay. Also, if you're heavy, you won't make the jump, but just be aware that can save your life on this map for other things as well. So anyway, my extracts are over here. I'm first going to check ZB12. ZB12 is the extract that's over here by the fence. If the light's on, I can take it. Right here. I do not see a light, so that means that extract is not open. That's the dream scenario. You get it and then you can extract right there. That is yeah, that's what you want. So now we got to go over here and head to ZB11. The later you get in the raid, the more safe I feel through this area. Okay. Early raid, there's a lot going on here. This is I call this streamer. This is a USEC base, I believe is the official name for it. It's got some good loot, a couple PCs, so there's usually people around here. Early raid, just be on guard. Now we're heading over to ZB11. Lots of good loot through here. There's a couple PCs in the upstairs of this building, a couple stashes on the other side. So again, you're very likely to see people over here. Early raid. Later raid, you feel a little bit more safe. All right, right here is ZB11. Go ahead and extract. Just be careful, people do camp this, so have your guard up when you turn the corner. Come in and extract. Okay. So now we're extracting. That is the extortionist task. The big thing that I'll go over again is that it's really spawn dependent. Okay. You have to spawn kind of close to the key in order to have a chance to get it. Early wipe, late wipe, the body doesn't get hit as much. But right now everybody's trying to do that task. So that's something to keep in mind. The other thing is that once you have the key, keep it in your secure container. You don't have to get the key and go to the cabin in the same raid. You can do it later if you don't feel good. If you want to, if you're working on something else, or you hear a lot going on between you and the cabin, you can do it in a different raid. And that's the best advice I can give you for this task. Good luck. If you enjoyed this, please make sure you like and subscribe. Keep an eye on the channel. I'll probably have like a live playthrough of me doing this task later on. Whenever it's live, it'll be linked in the top right hand corner of the screen right now, so you can check that out. and make sure you're subscribed for more of these guides coming to you with Escape from Tarkov. See you in the next one.